Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kaylin and we are back with another video. Today's video is a Christian girl night routine. You guys are gonna come along with me as I, unwind, do my self-care, get ready for the end of the night, and I am ending my night with Bible study tonight. So you're gonna see me Bible study through Acts chapters 20 to 23. I'm gonna tell you all about the resources that I use, and we'll have a little talk at the end, but this is going to be a really nice chill video. I'm always incorporating God throughout the day. I do things in the morning, but I wanted to give you guys a view of what I do at night and what it looks like. So without further ado, we're going to get right into it. I just want to shout out, I've been using Rihanna's Fenty Skin line, and y'all, it is wonderful. You'll see like all my facial expressions during the video of how great my face feels and how amazing the products are. I've been using them for quite some time now and just 10 out of 10 recommend. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into it.
Me in your armor of your word and your love. I know you know me better than I know myself. Father, you are all I want, and you give me all I need. All my life is in your hands. You set me free, so I wanna know you deeper than the ocean, as frequent as night and day. Closer than a brother, closer than I've ever been. Yeah. I'm staying by your side, but I just have to get it right. I wanna know you better. I wanna know you better. I wanna know you better. Am I worthy of just simply knowing you? Need to get closer to you, Lord.
Alright guys, hello. I've been talking to you in the voiceover, but I am here now live. I just washed up. I feel so good. It is just so nice at the end of the day to just unwind and do your little self-care routine, shower, and then get in the bed, okay? So today, obviously, I wasn't home. I filmed a day in the life, which will be out on Monday, but I wasn't home. We were out and about. If you want to see what I was doing, then stay tuned for Monday. But didn't really get to do much of my Bible time. I did do my mom devotional, and I did my social media fast reading for the day this morning. So I did get something in, which is usually what I do in the morning. But I am still working through Acts. I've been working through it for quite some time now. I am on chapter 20 now, so I am pulling up the video. I watch Heart Dive with Kanoy Gibson on YouTube. She does a lot of Bible studies. I was actually trying to find someone who did Acts just to like better explain it, and she does a really good job. She breaks it down. I think she uses different commentaries and stuff to do her notes. So if you're looking for someone to like Bible study with on YouTube and you're starting out, she's a good person. I'll leave her YouTube channel down below. But I'm watching her videos from the previous year, but she has a current 365 days reading the Bible for this year as well. So I have my YouTube up, gonna get into that. Just gonna do the Bible study. It's from Acts 20 to 23. The video says it's 55 minutes. Usually I just follow along and do her notes, and like if I need to look up anything or I want something further, I'm done, I'll read in the Bible recap for those chapters of Acts. But I plan on finishing Acts this upcoming week with, I think I have 2 more videos left that are 30 minutes, so an hour video left for the rest of Acts, and then I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning and use my commentary and really try to break it down and understand more of what I read and go into my own notes, because obviously, like I said, I've been using her notes and doing the Bible study with her. But now that I have, when I read through it all and finish it with the notes and everything, I can then go back and see and pray about what God wants me to see and the revelation he's trying to give me through Acts. So that is what we're gonna do. And then I always end my night off prayer journaling. I don't get to it every single night, but it is something that I try to do frequently, especially at night, just to clear my mind, a little diary to God, my prayers and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we'll do at the end. I am listening to a Christian R&B playlist on YouTube. This is a new one that just dropped, so actually very excited for that. So I pretty much got through most of it in the beginning, so I only have like 11 minutes left, but I'll leave this down below too. I try to find Christian playlists to do my Bible studies with, but since I'll be listening to this, I don't need the music anymore. So that's what I was listening to when I was in the shower. But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna make sure my earphones connect and then get on into it. Okay guys, so I finished the YouTube video of the Bible study and I decided to open up my Bible recap and just read through. So I think that Kanoe does her Bible studies using like this as a guide, because the way that she has her videos, it goes perfectly along with this. So if you want to, or if you have this and you want to do her videos with her, this is a good tool to use. But basically this just like sums up basically all the scriptures. So it's been really good. Paul is really that guy. Like, he is really the person that for me, I'm like, wow, am I bold in my faith? I'm nowhere near Paul, and I'm like, he is bold. Okay, he's bold. He does what he has to do. Well, this is all like after the conversion, of course, after God converts him from Saul to Paul. What he does, preaching the gospel and preaching to everyone and being obedient and following where God tells him to go. Like, he is bold in his faith. That is like all I can say. So Acts 20-23, I'll just read this little synopsis. Even if you haven't read Acts, it's just like, this is the Bible study for the video, okay? So Paul continues preaching through Europe and Asia, heading toward Jerusalem to deliver the financial support. While he's preaching in Troas, a man named Eutychus falls asleep and plummets 3 stories to his death. Paul raises him from the dead and goes on preaching until sunrise before setting out again. The Spirit keeps reminding Paul that imprisonment and affliction await him, but God is the one who gave him this ministry, so Paul receives it, and even though it comes with persecution and trials, he expects to die soon. It's like, can you imagine knowing that this is what you have to do and like what's up ahead? Would you keep doing it? Like, this man is just, he's bold, okay? He's bold. He knows that it's gonna come with persecution and trials. He is like been in prison already, been beat up, all this kind of stuff, and he still is persistent in preaching the gospel and doing what it is that God has called him to do. At their stop in Tyre, I don't really know his head, Paul gets a strange message from the people. Acts 20 verse 22 says the Spirit is leading Paul to Jerusalem, but 21:4 says through the Spirit they were telling Paul not to go on to Jerusalem. Is the Spirit contradicting himself? Scholars say it's likely the Holy Spirit has revealed to others what he revealed to Paul, that things won't go well for him in Jerusalem. So I guess like multiple people are hearing from the Spirit, like, this is what's gonna happen when you go to Jerusalem. You're gonna be in prison. These are the things that are gonna happen. Trying to warn him, like, don't go. But lo and behold, he's already been told this by the Holy Spirit and knows this is what he has to do, so he's continuing to do it anyway. However, the people receive this as a warning, not a fact, so they try to deter him from going. Paul, on the other hand, probably sees it as confirmation of what God has already revealed to him. How crazy is it to like witness the Spirit talking, like having given you a revelation and revealing things to you, and other people also getting the revelation but seeing it differently and trying to stop you from doing these things? But Paul knows what he's been called to do. No matter like the fear or what it is that awaits, he's still pushing forward. They stop in Caesarea, where Philip and his 4 unmarried prophetess daughters live. They're visited by Prophet Agabus, who does a sign act showing Paul how he'll be bound and delivered to the Gentiles in Jerusalem. They beg Paul not to go, but this only serves as more confirmation. He knows he can't outrun God's plan. He heads to Jerusalem. Shortly after they arrive, Jacob or James gives them good news. There are a lot of Jews who believe there, and bad news, rumors about Paul are marring his reputation. Since the Jerusalem Council established that Gentiles don't have to convert to Judaism or obey Jewish laws, people are saying Paul told the Jews to disregard those laws too. Jacob has an idea to help Paul set things straight. There are 4 men who are under a vow, like the Nazarite vow, and if Paul joins them in that vow, it'll show he's not opposed to Jews keeping Jewish tradition. Paul has always been willing to lay down his rights to advance the gospel, so he does it again here. But then some Jews spread rumors that he brought a Gentile into the temple, defiling it, an act punishable by death. They riot and beat him. A local leader arrests him because he has him confused with someone else, but when he realized Paul is an educated Roman citizen, he lets him speak to the people. So at one point Paul was arrested, and he still was like saying he's a Roman citizen, I guess through like she was saying through like his father or grandfather, like that was a thing that you could do back then, is get your citizenship as a Roman. But this man is arrested and he's asking to still speak to the people so he can preach the gospel. Paul speaks in Hebrew, recounting his story. He tells him about his testimony, so he tells him about what happens to him in Acts 9 and how God came to him, and basically his whole conversion story. They're listening until he says God told him to share the gospel with the Gentiles and then demand he be killed. So the Jews did not like the Gentiles because they were uncircumcised. The leader wants to flog him, but they can't because he's a Roman citizen, so they interrogate him instead. While he's speaking, he accidentally disrespects the high priest and apologizes, practicing what he preached in his letters. He realizes the crowd is part Pharisee, part Sadducee, groups that disagree about the resurrection of the dead. Paul crafts his response in a way that takes their focus off the problem with him and puts it on their problem with each other. The Pharisees take his side and Paul is in prison for another night. God tells him, "You won't die here. You've got to tell Rome about me first." Meanwhile, a team of people go on a hunger strike until someone kills Paul. So these people are like, they're not eating, drinking, or anything until they kill this man. His nephew tips him off and informs the tribune, who orders nearly half of Jerusalem's army to take Paul to Governor Felix in Caesarea. So that part, she was talking about how throughout the whole book of Acts you see like God's hand and his presence and promise to do things for Paul. And at that point, his nephew overhears these people saying that they're going on a hunger strike until they kill Paul, and he's put in the right place at the right time. And she was just saying like, that's God working. Like, there's no coincidence that his nephew, someone who would be able to tell him what is going on, was placed in that very moment to hear those things. So he also had access to Paul in prison. So it was just like, how orchestrated was that by God? So that was pretty much what it was. So the God shot for it, which is like the little reading at the bottom, God lined everything up before Paul was born, just like he said, to work it all together so that the gospel is advanced. In order for Paul to be arrested and survive, he has to have dual citizenship, speak Hebrew and Greek, be a knowledgeable Pharisee, and even be mistaken for an Egyptian. He may be in prison, but his ministry hasn't been thwarted. He's not done preaching the gospel, and God has always been in every detail. He has an infinite power, has an infinite attention span, and can handle every kind of complexity and nuance imaginable. God isn't just in the grand scheme of things, he's also in the tiny scheme of things. And in all schemes of all the things, he's where the joy is. So that was so good for 3 chapters. So now I am on chapter 24, which I'll do one of these days. Probably, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to it tomorrow or Saturday. Maybe I'll try to do one tomorrow and then one Saturday, and then we'll be done Acts. And then all next week I can use just the time to use my Bible commentary and go through that. I am going to write in my prayer journal and then do my little Bible plans for the day on my Bible app before the day's over. It's 11:15, so it is late, but like most of the nights I really only go to bed. I go to bed at like midnight for the most part when I'm actually actually doing stuff. But this is important and this is necessary for the day, and I always want to make sure that I have time in my day for God. If it can't be in the morning, like I said, I did do stuff in the morning, but like a deep Bible study, and I really want to finish Acts, and I think I'm going to start Romans next. I'm not too sure, but that is that. I have not read The Bait of Satan yet, so I think I'm going to push that to August, because I've been very heavily reading this book, and I know I'm gonna finish this book by the end of July. So this is the only book that I am reading for July, and then we're gonna get into The Bait of Satan in August, because I want to take my time with that, and I want to get into everything and like be able to write notes and everything. I didn't want to rush on that, so I've been reading this, highlighting and taking notes, and I'll be able to share more about this later when I am done it. But I am going to prayer journal and then take my butt to bed. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.
So I'ma enjoy this moment. It's the day that the Lord has made.